digital space connecting you to certified Ayurvedic doctors within 60 seconds, powered by AI diagnostics and featuring a lineup of clinically approved gut relief products. That's Lifechart for us, awarded as India's second best health tech startup of 2022 by the NSTC government. They are on a mission driven force making Ayurveda not just accessible and affordable, but downright transformative. Hi, you're watching Follow Startups. This is your host Ankita Pahwa, joined today by Mukul Shah, the co-founder of Lifechart. With a remarkable track record in real estate, mobility, and successful startups, Mukul, the former founder of YOLO Bus, is rewriting the wellness narrative. Let's start with him about how he's blending traditional Ayurveda with modern healthcare to reshape the wellness industry. Hi, Mukul. Welcome to Follow Startups.
Hi Ankita, thank you so much for having me here. Quite excited to speak to you.
Likewise. So, Mukul, before we talk anything about Lifestart, could you share a bit about your background and the journey that led you here?
So Ankita, I hail from a very basic, tier two city from India, which is Agra. So small town, but from my childhood days, I had big dreams in my eyes, and I was a kind of a rebel child, challenging the status quo from my childhood days itself. So I graduated from BITS and was got campusly placed into companies like DLF. So I started my career working with DLF at a real estate profile where I joined in their mall division, and basic thing was to operate their malls from scratch to a scalable model. So I worked with DLF, I worked with Rahejas of the world, I worked with Saharas of the world at a leadership level. And after working there for like 6 to 7 years, gaining leadership experience at a young age, right? So at the age of 24, I was like a head of malls, right? So from there, the first startup which happened into my life was basically Nestaway. So Nestaway, I joined in as a capacity of vice president business operations in Bangalore, small room like us, where I'm sitting right now. Right after founders, I was the fifth guy in the team. Core job was to expand the business into different, metro cities of our country and scale the business model. So fast forward 3 years, I was managing a P&L of like 300 plus crores. We were present in all metro cities, and that was the time wherein I wanted to, take my exit from the company, which I did. My ESOPs got cashed actually, right? Thinking what next to do. So over there, I saw Flixbus and Greyhound, and I was amazed by seeing that you could book bus tickets online. Buses were on time, neat and tidy. Washroom in buses, Wi-Fi in buses, and आपको पता है Indian buses, right? When you think
Yeah.
of Indian buses, so the memories are quite haunting, right? So I remember my last solo trip before YOLO was there in the vicinity. I asked a water bottle, and we were pushed out of the bus, right? So our seats were sold to another folks for 50 rupees extra. So these were the basic haunting memories which I had in my mind process. And when I saw such kind of experience through Flixbus, I was intrigued by the experience, and I thought that यार इसमें तो बहुत बड़ा धंधा बन सकता है इंडिया के अंदर. Why? Because major the bloodline of India travels on buses, right? So tier 2, tier 3 cities. With that thought, I came back to India in 2019, did a ground research for like 7-8 months, experienced the pain point, the real pain point of the customers, build a brand known as YOLO Bus, like in August 2019 with 2 prototype buses. Fast forward 6 months, we were like Series A funded. So seed happened very quickly, Series A happened very quickly, and from 0 to 100 crore valuation in 6 months, I've seen. Survived the wave of pandemic and successfully got it acquired to a public listed company, Ease My Trip. So this is a small short introduction about myself. And any questions from your side, would love to answer.
Well, quite a journey. But let's talk about Lifestart Ayurveda. So let's start with the basic. Give us an overview of what Lifestart is and the specific gap in the healthcare industry that you are aiming to address with this platform.
So your life chart actually started with a personal, pain point as an experience. My mother, she suffers from diabetes. So she's a retired school teacher. So she suffers from type 2 diabetes from a very long time. And I've seen my mother, popping up all sort of artificial pills. And recently she was advised to be on artificial insulin. So, what happens? Let's take and understand the root cause of the disease, right? So type 2 diabetes happens in the body when your pancreas start malfunctioning and not secreting insulin in your body. Resultant, your sugar levels are not balanced in your body. So similar thing was happening to my mother, but the medications which are available into our society these days, they do not address the root cause of the disease. They will suppress the symptoms, right? So after taking these medications, they will not help you in terms of regenerating your pancreas, but they will help you in managing your sugar levels, and they will give you an instant gratification kind of a thing, and you feel that I am getting cured of this disease. So same thing happened with my mother as well. But inside your body, when you take all sort of chemicals, your body will start showing side effects. And when you
Yeah.
read a lot of health data, you'll understand that people, those who fall sick for one chronic disease, they will end up in having others as well. So specifically for the case of diabetes, you start with diabetes, you
Hmm.
will have kidney issues, you will have sexual disorders, you will have digestive disorders, and in the end you are caught up with lot of chronic ailments. And the core cause is the modern medications, which are filled with chemicals, which are filled with drugs, and they do not address the root cause elimination of disease. So my mother's condition started depleting, her kidney started showing side effects. And that was the time I, and as all we Gen Z's do, the Google Baba becomes the next doctor. So I started researching that what could help my mother like a mad dog. And all sort of research was pointing towards alternate healthcare, Ayurveda. When I started finding, is there any application or any website where I could find these doctors at one place and could get connected, to understand about my mother's root cause, right? To my utter surprise, I didn't find that. And that was the time, I thought, boss, I need to give a chance to my mother. And as we all believe that Ayurveda is, it doesn't give you side effects and sort of things. So I thought that I'm going to go to an offline solution, because that was the only mode to find a proper Ayurveda doctor to me. So I drove to like 250 kilometers away from Delhi to a ashrama. That was the only solace thing which I thought could help my mother. And over there, I lived with my mother for 6 months during that whole therapy which happened to her. And within the fourth month of the kind of routine, the kind of holistic treatment which she was going through, my mother's pancreas started secreting insulin. That was the time, the eureka moment came into my thought. यार ये काम तो करता है, right? The kind of therapies these people are giving, the kind of the doctors, those who are there, right? They exactly know how to address the root cause, and they are treating patients not with one symptom of disease, but they are treating the whole body itself, right? From there, Lifechart incepted into my mind, and I thought that I am going to make world's biggest alternate healthcare platform, where we're going to bring you the proper authentic doctors at a fingertip. We're going to bring you trusted hospitals at your fingertips. We're going to bring you clinically tested, scientifically backed products, right? Which are actually which we own as a formulation and tested by biggest lab of India, which is Fiki Labs, right? So third was that after taking the product in alternate healthcare, there are a lot of dietary changes and lifestyle changes you have to do, right? Nobody gives a shit to that, right? People sell you products. Majorly, people are only fighting a product-led battle, right? They will sell you product, and after that, they are not going to pick up your phone, right? So we thought that I will back it up by patients' care programs, so that I create a platform which is curative in nature and challenge the industry core of alternate wellness, where people say that यार इसमें बहुत time लगता है, it is preventive, right? So I wanted to create a curative platform backed up by technology and scientific approach. So from there, our Lifechart incepted, and we started, making a bit of, status quo challenging in the industry itself.
Only one word, Mukul. Remarkable. Really. So, when it comes to Ayurveda, it often caters to a very unique set of customers, right? So, give us some insights into your target market and the specific demographics that you serve.
Right. So I'll answer this question with a reverse engineering. So I would say that I believe in making scalable business backed up by technology, and all decision in my company are being taken basis the data science approach which we do. So what we have created in nutshell is we have created a MVP version of our application where people could connect with the doctors, right? Get a digital prescription done, and all this data which we collect of patients and the kind of public domain health data, we collect it at a centralized data repository bank, which is our patented stuff. And over there we utilize artificial intelligence to predict couple of data sets, like who is our customer, what's the their demographic, where they're coming from, what's the kind of disease they are suffering from, right? Fourth set is that what is the kind of product and the solution they are looking forward to. And basis this data, our AI is becoming smarter day by day, the kind of data which is feeding into, and it has started predicting now and telling us, hey Mukul, onto your platform, major folks are coming from tier 2 tier 3 cities, age is XYZ, right? And they're looking forward for gut issues, they're looking forward for sexual issues, they're looking forward for hair care. Basis that we target, and we tell that this is our target market, rather than saying that okay, one day I woke up, my dream is that I'm going to target tier 1 city. No, we actually take all the decisions backed up by our in-house artificial intelligence system. So our system has told us that major of the customers, those who are coming onto our platform, they're coming from tier 2 tier 3 cities, and we are going to make a brand for masses versus our competitors, those who are trying to kind of win a single market. जो 10 करोड़ भारतीय हैं इस देश में,
Hmm.
जिनको जेंजीज कहते हैं, सब लोग उनको बेच रहे हैं, right? What about 100 crores of people, those who are living into tier 2 tier 3 cities? रियल भारत तो वही है यार. और अगर कोई सोल्यूशन हम ऐसा बनाएं which could be scalable and which could come up and help people genuinely, right? Because these people exactly believe in high Ayurveda. They lack the kind of basic healthcare amenities also. आप imagine करो, person living in tier 3 city, right? They do not even find a good doctor shop. They will have to go to a tier 2 city to find a good doctor. वहां से they travel to tier 1 city to find better hospital and care facilities. तो ये बहुत बड़ा गैप है और वो एक दिन में पूरा नहीं हो सकता, right? Somebody has to ensure that alternate therapies and alternate wellness could become a hand in hand with modern medications, ताकि यार जो लोग वहां पे एक्सेस नहीं ले पा रहे हैं टीयर 2 टीयर 3 सिटीज, एटलीस्ट वी स्टार्ट treating them through alternate wellness, and if they need immediate care, then they could go to different cities. But 90% the case that these people are getting cured from alternate wellness, the kind of therapies which genuine companies are giving.
Hmm.
And I think the biggest I would say market for us at this very moment in terms of target segment is tier 2 tier 3 cities, जहां पे मास प्रीमियम ब्रांड के लिए बहुत बड़ा गैप है. And I think that's a strategy as well. Let people fight the battle for tier 1 cities. Once they think about tier 2 tier 3 cities, we are going to cross the boundaries over there.
But in an already crowded Ayurvedic market, like you said, filled with so many D2C companies who are targeting Gen Zs,
Right.
it's very intriguing to understand how Lifestyle, sets itself apart with not just the products that you offer, but also the ecosystem that you have built from diagnosis to aftercare. But
Yes.
trust, जो होता है ना, when it comes to healthcare, it's very crucial,
Yes.
and especially when it comes to B2C brands like yours. So tell me how LifeStart has successfully built trust among users and dispelling all the skepticism that they might have.
Right, perfect. So, I'll answer your question one by one. The first thing is, how do we have, kind of created a differentiation for us? So, the answer to that is, you see all the D2C brands these days, and I don't count myself into D2C number one, I count myself into consumer brand, right? So, all the D2C brands, the available option which customers have, they're all fighting a product led battle. They would say, my product is better than yours, or either someday you would see an influencer, showing a product and
Hmm.
saying, hey, I take this product, why don't you take that, right? So they are just following a product led strategy. What we are doing, we are actually creating a community led approach where we are creating the biggest community of Ayurveda healthcare professionals. We are providing Ayurveda doctors a platform where they could come up and showcase their skills, right? Those skills were being lost into tier 2 tier 6 cities earlier, and what we have provided them, we have provided them digital clinics at one place. They could come up, they could go live, they could interact to patients, and they are superbly talented. Trust me, Ankita, these guys have superb talent, but nobody has created Practo for them, nobody has created MediBuddies for them, nobody has created NetMeds for them. We actually are thinking to create a platform where we create the biggest community of alternate healthcare professionals, right? That sets us apart from other D2C brands. We are providing AI diagnosed tools to our doctors ताकि digitally वो आपको diagnose कर पाएं, right? The new version of our application which is coming up will have couple of features like scanning your eyes, skin color, tongue color, right? Helping you in terms of diagnosing you better from a distant, kind of consultation which is happening. So that sets up apart from us, our thought process to make the community led approach, our technology which sets us apart, right, from this thing. And third is to create trust. Now trust is kind of an addition to different factors which Lifechart is doing. Number one, the doctors which are there, which are BAMS, right? Which is bachelor's in Ayurveda medicine and surgery, equivalent to an MBBS doctor. So we have provided them a platform. Vice versa, they are creating trust for us through consulting patient. Number one. Second thing, our formulations of the products which we make, right? They are owned by our R&D team. So we have a small R&D team which compromises of pharma research head, followed up by a total experience of BMS doctors of collectively like 100 years of experience which we have in our R&D team. And the job of these guys is basically to own the formulations. So we make our own formulations. We do not depend upon the manufacturer's formulations, right? With other people do. कि यार मैन्युफैक्चर को ऑर्डर दे दिया, प्रोडक्ट ले लिया, उस पर अट्रैक्टिव सा लेबल लगा लिया और आप थर्ड पार्टी में जाके बेच रहे हो, तभी आप बोलते हो कि यार ये पता नहीं कब ठीक करेगा, हमें ये तो नहीं पता, बट आपको नुकसान नहीं करेगा, राइट? So we own these formulations, we get them tested through laboratories, and basis that the collective trust approach which we have created, right? We have not hired any influencers, we have not hired any kind of paid promotions thing to kind of promote our products. What we believe is when the ecosystem, when you empower the ecosystem, when your doctors come up in front, they talk logic, they give you, kind of certified, consultations and prescriptions, followed up by their wisdom of making medicines, right? I think that itself has created trust for Lifechart into the market. And I think with that trust, we have started our gut care, division, wherein we are actually a gut care specialist company to start with, right? That's what the data has shown to us. And I think our customer repeat month on month is 42% within 6 months. That itself is a parameter, or I would say a small certification or a small stuff which we have done in the industry, shows that how people have started utilizing our products and they are getting well. And we do not leave people even after they take the products. Our ecosystem also enables them that anytime they could consult 24/7 onto our platform, they, their family members, right? And third is our care programs, right? We help you in terms of curing yourself fully out of your diseases, right? Once the product is delivered to you, our healthcare buddies will give you a call. They are nutrition and dietitians who will give you free diets, free lifestyle, changes, suggestions to you. We keep on checking you, right? So that even after, 2 3 months of usage of our stuff, we get your reports done. So, understand, this is a very responsible platform which we have created, right? We have given you the best doctors, we have given you the best products, and we are also ensuring that we are responsible to help you come out of your, disease phenomena, right? So that the care programs are also getting a good traction. So that's the way we have created trust. And I think I think the care programs have added for repeat onto our platform, because we are in touch with our patients. We get them tested at their doorsteps as well. We compare their pre and post reports as well. So I feel these all collaborations which we are doing has given us a bit of trust and a
Yeah.
bit of, I would say, customer love as well.
Absolutely. And speaking of trust, I couldn't help but notice on your website that Lifestart proudly mentions being trusted by 1 lakh consumers, which is quite an impressive number for a relatively short time. So, do you have any more significant business numbers or metrics that can help understand the growth of Lifestart so far since you only established in 2021?
Yeah. So here, when we started, we started making business. I would say that, you know, we started making business in November last year. Before that, we were actually, kind of researching. We were actually, kind of finding different, mix and matches thing. We were like ensuring that how experimentation will help us out. We kind of launched a couple of more versions of our application itself. So from November, when we started utilizing the power of, artificial intelligence, right, where we were collecting the data, where we were actually ensuring that the data sets were helping us out, right? So from there we started selling the product. From there the application started gaining momentum. So at this very moment, our MVP version of the application, right, has got organic 49,700 downloads. It might cross 50,000 very soon, right? We have not spent a money, a single penny, just to market our application or get the downloads done. As a business point of view, so from last 6 months, we are growing like a 25 to 30% month on month in terms of our net sales revenue. So our net sales are growing like 25% to 30% month on month. Our from like 6 months we are CM2 level profitable, CM1 and CM2 level profitable. So our CMGAR has increased to like 20% from last 4 months. Our ROAS, which is return on ad spend, has been constant, which is 4.0, which is I think the best at the industry could offer at a smaller kind of span which we are there into the market, right? Then I think we are able to maintain the profitability from last 6 months. That's the biggest achievement of ours, right? Our team size has grown from 3 to 35 now within 6 months. And I would say we have been rated like 4.7 on Google. Our Play Store rating for the application is 4.3. So these are a couple of smaller achievements. And I think as a business perspective, what I see is these numbers, if you sum up these numbers, right, in startup language, it shows PMF, which is product market fit at this very moment. We are superbly ready at this moment, and to scale this business to another 10x or 20x level by ensuring that these numbers are constant and we maintain that CM2 level profitability. Because startup में कहते हैं अगर आपका धंधा CM2 level profitable है तो कहीं ना कहीं
Yeah.
आपने product market fit ले लिया है और this is the right time. Now you have to infuse money into this business model and grow it to like exponential level. So, and for
Hmm.
that reason, we are raising another round as well, which is 80 to 85% already subscribed by marquee investors.
Great. We've already touched a little bit upon the revenue. We've touched upon the product, target market समझ ली. अब आ रही है revenue की. So provide me some insights into how Lifestyle generates its income and what's the revenue model that you have set in place.
So, see, Lifechart is basically a consumer tech brand, I would say. At this moment, our major source of revenue is the sales of the product which we do, right? We are actually working on the mode of kind of launching the newer version of our application, where we think that we would like keep some consultation level free for the patients, right?
Hmm.
We will not charge anything from the to the patient for consultations, because consultations, by doing consultations you don't make money, right? Else Practo would have been profitable from a longer time. The money is into the products. So what we feel is that at our business model, you will get consultations which are free. Basis the trust which we develop through that consultation, we don't have to push sales of the product. It's like a pull sales, right? So you buy products from our platform because you have already developed the trust through doctors and through a lot of social ads which we do. So products are something which are generating good revenue for us, and we are monetizing the products itself. Then the third is our care programs, where we suggest you the free diets and everything. So I feel that the care programs are getting a lot of momentum right now. In future, in our business model, care programs could be monetized as a subscription based module. But at this moment, if you ask me, Mukul, what's your business model? So my business model is my customer do free consultation and I sell products, right? That's a simple answer to your question.
And where is your office, Mukul? Where are you based out of?
Oh, we are based out of Gurugram at Sector 49. So that's a small den you could see at the background as well. So it's a typical startup office where we do everything. This is a warehouse. This is my small area where we work. The team is sitting outside. At times we sleep in our office as well whenever there's a rush of the customer for the products. So we are loving it, man. In short.
So right now, Lifestyle is a digital platform, and most of the demand comes from tier two and tier three cities, like we discussed. So do you have any
Yes.
expansion plans in
Yes.
the pipeline to extend your reach, maybe beyond India?
So we see that there's a lot of scope in our country at this very moment. I want to go more deeper into tier two, tier three cities with my model, another distribution model, which I'm bringing into the industry, known as e-clinic on wheels, right? In this
Okay.
e-clinic on wheels, you will find mobile Lifechart clinics with a screen, digital screen, right? And products and a physical pharmacist sitting in that clinic, plus your door-to-door testing facilities moving into tier 2 tier 3 cities. So you see these clinics ensuring that doctors are near to you rather than you going near to the doctor. Tests are getting at your doorsteps, the products, the medicines are getting at your doorsteps. Third, you could consult people, the doctors, like suppose a person living into Agra or Firozabad or Lucknow, right, could consult to a best doctor living into Mumbai or kind of Gujarat through our digital kind of technology which we have created as a marketplace for doctors. तो आप इमेजिन करो वो क्लिनिक घूम रहा है सब जगह पे, वो आपके सोसाइटी में आके खड़ा होता है, द होल कैंटर. You go over there, get yourself tested, get yourself your product which you like, get your prescription done, get your consultation done through a doctor at one place. So this is another distribution strategy of mine which will help me out in terms of ensuring कि यार वो टच एंड फील का ट्रस्ट होता है ना इंडिया के अंदर, वो रहे. And it will give me a lot of distribution marketing as well, because see, imagine the life chart trucks moving into different parts of tier 2 tier 3 cities, bringing in and bridging the gap between patients and doctors. So that's another. I want to go more deeper into tier 2 tier 3 cities in coming year, right? Would launch more products under gut care categories, right? This is what we have seen as a white label market. And third, I think after winning this market for a sustainable period of time, like 1.5 to 2 years, we would be perfecting our playbook. And basis that playbook, we will do a couple of experiments, because we started getting demand from Japan, US, even China, and even Russia. And you would be amazed to know the numbers. Russia is the biggest importer of Ayurveda products from India, right? So these all markets are all
Oh,
set for us to foray. But before expanding our boundaries over there, we exactly want to do all sort of tweakings and all sort of trust building at the geography
hmm,
where we have our own spread there, right? So we want to win India first. पहले भारत को जीतेंगे.
yeah.
उस बीच में I am sure that we would be doing experiments into US, into Japan, into China as well, because these countries like Japan and China, they're already a big believer into traditional medicines, right? So our
Hmm.
approach of adding clinical evidences to that would help us in terms of a bigger adoption for population there and in our country as well.
So, Mukul, we've learned that you have secured external funding as well. Tell us some details about your investors and the capital that has been raised so far.
So yeah, we were actually very lucky that last year we onboarded a couple of superb investors from the ecosystem, and that was basis on the ideation itself. We never had a product, we never had a tech built up. I was just talking to people, and the trust of the bigger vision, which they believed, and I'm quite I would say lucky that they have shown their trust onto me. So we've raised like a $200K last year from Nitish Mitirsan. He is a dear friend and founder of Nazara Technologies, right? The biggest gaming platform of India, right? Second is Expert Dojo. It's a US based VC, right? Third, we got on board is Sun 91 Ventures. Fourth, we got interest from, and they are on our cap table, Marwadi Angel Network, right? So from these four guys, we raised our $200K last year, and basis that trust and the kind of I would say thought process which has matched between us and those investors, we are able to do, scale the business at a level what we are onto. Now the future is that we are raising our another round, which will be pre-series A or seed round. You can call it anything. We are raising this round for $1 million, and 80% of this round is subscribed by a very big marquee investor's name. We have also been selected into Startup India scheme. Out of 5,000 startups, we were lucky one to got funded from them through Atal Incubation Center. Then in our current round, there's a very big pharmaceutical giant of India. It's a listed company. Their family office is leading this round, and there are a couple of other Cat A funds, those who are participating. And I assume that this round would be closed by December end, and by January the money will be in the bank.
So, Mukul, beyond your role, there are other two co-founders, correct? Sandeep and Mansi. So, tell us about them. What's
Yes.
their background
Yes.
and what's the expertise that they bring to the table?
So I believe that if you have to go very long, right, you have to build it together, right? And
Yeah.
you should have folks as a co-founder, those who complement your skills, right? So Sandeep, his name is K Sandeep. The guy comes from Australia. He's spent a lot of time in Australia, graduate from Queensland University, Australia, and he came back to India and was leading a startup as head of technologies known as Click to Clinic. It's a health tech aggregation platform. From scratch to exit, he was there. Then he was a co-founder of a ed tech platform known as Incus. So the guy is I would say he's our tech guru, right? A very enthusiast guy into AI, ML, and blockchain technologies. So so he complements me in terms of technology and product. So that's his role as a CTO. Then Mansi comes with a decade of experience into operations and customer success, right? She's worked with companies like IBM, Honeywell, Yes Bank, and IIT at a leadership level, developing their operation and customer success process from domestic to an international level. So she has been, in Europe for some time. She's lived there. She worked there for an IIT. Then she came back to India, and she was working with me in my past startup into YOLO Bus as a head of customer experience and operations, where she was delivering industry bar NPS score of 72% into B2C business. So I had to convince these two guys, spent like 3 months to convince them to join Lifechart. So these guys are there on their core responsibilities. So Mansi is like our customer mama, we should say, right? So Sandeep is our tech guru, and I am a man who does everything.
Nice. So with the three of you actually, Sandeep, Mansi, and you. So you said you've already expanded your team
Yes.
from 3 to 35, right? So अब कितने लोग हैं
Yes.
team में and what's the structure? Like how are the roles divided?
Yeah, I believe in lean team first of all, because I have learned this from my past startups. Because people join your startups to make career, right? And it's your responsibility. And being a responsible company or a startup, we do not want to follow other startups that hire and fire, right? So team size doesn't matter for us. The scale which matters is how many customers we onboard every month. So that's the criteria which I keep in mind. I believe in lean team size, so we are keeping this team stagnant because we are profitable at a CM2 level, and I don't want to hire people unnecessarily, right? So the scale is like we will maintain this scale in coming times, and the team structure is divided. Major of the team, like I would say, out of these 35 team members, 25 are are healthcare buddies, which ensures you your that you are being properly taken care of after the sales of the product which happens. So they do sales as well. So 25% is our 25 members is our sales team. Then we have like 5 doctors on our payrolls which do R&D, right? As I've already told you, we own that process.
Yeah.
Then rest, we have 3 tech people onto our payroll, very very lean team, because Sandeep himself write the codes and does a lot of stuff himself, right? So quite, I'm very happy and lucky to have him in the team. And rest 2 people are in the operations team, which ensures the customer
Okay.
success and everything.
Well, Mukul, this has been a really fantastic conversation. So to wrap up, tell us, क्या है 2024 के plans? Like, what are your next 12 months plan, in fact?
Yeah, 2024 ka plan is very exciting. As I've told you, my round is getting closed, and in January, as we expected, that we'll be closing the round and money will be in the bank by January. So we'll get a 12-month whole period of time to expand our business. So 20 by 2024, we would be launching, more, products into our gut care category. Right, we have seen a quite white label gap over here, because there is no, kind of recognized gut care brand into India. And as per our research, we have seen like nearly seventh out of every 10th Indian suffer from gut issues, right? So
Hmm.
because of sedentary lifestyle, the kind of eating habits which we do, right? So we want to first of all establish that trust into the market and become India's first gut health tech brand by giving, kind of solutions which have evidences to the vicinity. Second, third is our business growth. So as per the last year, the current year growth which we have seen, our ROAS is 4.2 to 4.0 to 4.2. Basis this, if we expand our business and utilize our funding properly, we would be doing like a 40 crores business in coming year in 2024, and this 40 crore will be our top line. And by 2024 end, I see myself, as per my projection, becoming EBITDA positive, right? So that's another. And I would also experiment on my e-clinic on wheels. As I've told you, I will increase the distribution channels, right, to grow the business. And there would be lot of R&D being done into new product launches. The R&D team will grow, and our tech team, right, will be launching the newer version of our application powered by AI led approach, which will help you sitting at your doorsteps through the opening of your camera getting diagnosed of your generic diseases. So that's in the pipeline. We want to grow our community multifold. We want to, at the moment we have 500 plus doctors network. I want to make it to 50,000 by the year end, right? The e-clinics, I wish to see those purple Lifechart e-clinics moving around and helping customers, those who can't find the better doctors and better care facilities. I want to launch more products, more clinically backed products into my gut care category. And also our AI has started hinting another categories as well. So I want to launch those categories also backed up by our clinical testing approach. So that's in the kitty. And I think by the year end of 2024, Lifechart would be known as India's best gut health tech care brand.
Inshallah. And I'm honestly thrilled about the exciting things that lie ahead for you. And I'm already looking forward to our future discussions about them. So, given that we also have
Absolutely.
plans to promote this video to large enterprises, investors, tech giants, and a broader ecosystem, is there anything specific that you would like to mention for potential collaborations or partnerships or for fundraising? Like, this is your call for support and growth.
I want to make this company go public in next 4 years. So folks, those who want to, have a seat on this rocket ship, Mama Earth has shown that, right? And I think we are, at a gooder spot that, the kind of foundation which we have laid at this young stage in terms of technology, in terms of R&D, in terms of product market fit. I think we are at a good place to win this market. So that's what we are doing, and nobody has utilized artificial intelligence into Ayurveda. And I think we have started that. Or the beast vision of our is that we are not only stopping at Ayurveda, we are creating an alternate wellness ecosystem where Ayurveda becomes just one check. After winning Ayurveda, we will do homeopathy with the similar lines. We'll go to naturopathy, we'll go to Unani, we'll go to Siddhi, the whole Ayush stuff, right? So it becomes a big market which is of $4.5 trillion, right? तो यार इतना बड़ा है ये market. Or I think we could also lead this market with our approach by the help of our team, by the help of our customers, by the help of the investors. So folks, those who want to join this rocket ship, just book your seats. We have very less seats available right now.
Amazing. So, Mukul, before we conclude, how about a quick lightning round of five rapid fire questions? Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, question number one. A book that has had a major influence on your journey. Recommend a book.
So I've read Let's Build a Company by Harpreet. So that's a great book, and I think every founder should read this book. And you could see when you talk about book, it was already here. So you could see I am following this book, and I will be soon completed that as well.
Great. Question number two. What's your favorite productivity tool or app that you can't live without?
The favorite productivity tool for me would be my Google Calendar. I would say, right. So I my whole schedule is being tied up through Google Calendars, and reminders are there. So without that, I think it would be difficult for me.
Okay. Question number three. A fun fact about you that most people don't know yet.
Uh, I'm a good mimicry artist.
Oh wow. Let's catch up after this interview. I have to witness some. Okay.
Sure.
Question number four. What is your favorite quotation or mantra that you live by?
For me, the basic mantra for my life or a quote is that karm karo aur phal ki ichha na karo. That's what I believe, and I feel that you do your part, right, and you work hard, and you work hard in silence, and your victory will make the noise.
Great. And last but not the least, your one piece of advice for the young audience watching this interview.
Young audience, I would say that guys, spend some time in reading books, right? I have missed it in my younger days. So you kind of choose your circle, choose a winner circle. I think अगर तुम्हें कुछ भी नहीं आता होगा, विनर सर्कल में बैठे होगे ना, तो तुम भी जीतोगे कहीं ना कहीं.
Thank you so much, Mukul. Here's to Lifechart making good health a reality and a future filled with wellness and success. All the very best, and thank you
Perfect.
so much for being here.
Thanks, Ankita. Thanks for having me. Ciao.
Well, if you'd like to stay updated with the latest developments and business insights from Lifechart, be sure to follow their channel on follow.us/startups. And if you want to feature your startup, you can write to me at ankita.pahava@follow.us. Thank you for watching.